Now, going into our reviews for this week, don't have a lot to review, but first thing, the big movie is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Now, this movie, I went into it, this currently doesn't have a good rating. I went into it, I was like, okay, trailers didn't wow me, but I'm going to go into it. It's got Liam Cunningham in it, he's in the trailers. It's a vampire movie, which is from the trailers as well. Also, it's from the movie poster. So this is a spoiler-free review, and I'm not spoiling anything. In fact, I'm going to pull up the movie poster here right now. And I'm going to put it on the screen, and it says right at the top, The Legend of Dracula is Born. Okay, so they tell you right there, this is Dracula. That's, and if you didn't see any of that, the trailers, the posters, anything, as soon as you go into the movie, as soon as the movie starts playing, text comes up, Dracula, right there. Okay, so that's not a spoiler at all. I left another theater reaction. You can check it on my channel. It currently has, let's see what it's got. It currently has a 43% critic rating. That's rotten. From 94 views, and there's no audience score yet. I don't think a lot of people are going to go see this. It says it's rated R. I think that's in the US. Here in Canada, I think it's only rated 14A. So that means if you're 14 and over, you can go into it by yourself. If you're under 14, an adult has to actually go with you in the theater. They can't just say, yeah, I give my permission. They actually have to be there with you for the whole time. Wasn't very good as a scary movie. Wasn't all that great as a vampire movie either. Because as soon as they spoil that this is a vampire movie, okay, you know what's going on. And then there's this build-up. Okay, there's a little bit of build-up before they're actually set voyage. Because this movie, it's just from trailer. It's all on the ship, okay? So, and there's supposed to be this mystery that goes on, but you already know what it is. But it's a mystery for the characters' attention. That doesn't work. If the audience already knows what's going on, there's no point in having this elaborate mystery that goes on, I think, for at least half, if not more than half of the movie. There's no need for that at all. And the characters, I know the time period in that, and they wouldn't know about vampires or Dracula, but it takes them a long time to come up with what's going on, and I don't think this story was very well done because they're on this voyage on a sail ship, late 19th century, and it's going to be, I think it's a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, but that amount of time, and they just fast forward so much through it. It's like they waste every day. The day is when you can get stuff done, and that's when you can kill Dracula, and yet everything happens at night. I guess they're sleeping during the day while they're running around screaming and trying to figure out what's going on at nighttime. This was a bit rough for me to watch. I was bored for most of this because of that. Now, if it's a good scary or good vampire movie, yeah, I want to watch that. It doesn't necessarily have to be scary to be a vampire movie. I love Interview with a Vampire, if you know what that is. If you ever seen that. If not, check it out. It's a cult classic. Hey, kitty. She fell off the pillow. What else can I say about this? I'm gonna... I don't think it's... None of the cast are bad in this. You got Liam Cunningham from Game of Thrones, and then I didn't know it, but David Dastmalchian is in this. So he shows up everywhere. Then we get Stefan Kopakic shows up. That's Colossus from the Deadpool movies. So all the cast are doing, well, I shouldn't say all the cast. Most of the cast are doing a good job. There are some that I don't think did a good job, but I'm not going to talk about that. It's just, this is the storytelling kind of lets you down, and the direction, and I don't want to crap on this because I know a lot of people worked really hard on this. This didn't work for me. And maybe someone else out there liked this. Maybe this was a good scary movie for you. It could be I was a little biased because I had some problems in my theater screening. they have a security issue at the theater I go to, and like people will come into other theaters that they're not supposed to, and sometimes it's sneaking in, but more more so it's like just people being very disruptive and going to the wrong theaters. And anyway, that kind of happened to me, and so it was for the first like 40 minutes of this movie, so I was quite annoyed. But this movie didn't work for me. Worst movie ever. I can't recommend go checking it out. There's way better things in the theaters right now to go check out. You got Ninja Turtles, Barbie, Mission Impossible 7 is quite good. Indiana Jones 5 is still playing. I don't know, you might still see Transformers playing. Guardians 3 is still playing. That's going strong. Elemental. All these things I would recommend over that. Probably not Talk to Me. That wasn't very good either, I didn't find.